Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam to all devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Prabhupada ki jai ho. Chaurashtakam by Bilva Mangal Thakurji. Purushottam Mas ki jai ho. व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीत चौरं व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीत चौरं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि श्रीराधिकाय हृदयस्य चौरं नवाम्बुदां श्यामलकान्तिचौरम् पदाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं यः करोति भिक्षुं पतिगेहहीनं केनाप्यहो भीषणचौरयित्रे द्रष्टश्रुतो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारन् अपि पापराशिन् आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चौरयित्रे द्रष्टश्रुतो वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च तथेन्द्रियाणि प्राणाश्च हेत्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे द्रुतोऽध्याचौरा त्वं भक्तिदाम्नासि मया निरुद्ध छिन्नसि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं भिन्नसि भीमं भवपाशबन्धं छिन्नसि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् मनमानसे तामसराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्ध लभस्य हेचोर् हरे चिराय त्वचोर्यदोषो चित एव दण्डम् व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचौरं गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कारागृहे वसि सदा हृदये मदीये मदभक्तपाश दृढबन्धन निश्चल सन् त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटि शतान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्य चौरहृदया नहि मोचयामि सर्वस्य चौरहृदया नहि मोचयामि। श्री बिल्व मंगल ठाकुर की जय हो। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो। हरे कृष्णा। धन्यवाद। प्रणाम टू ऑल डिवोटीज। माताजी जगन्नाथ अष्टकम भी करूं? माताजी ज्वाइन नहीं हुए हैं।
बट वो बड़ा है ना माताजी,
तो छोटा कुछ करूं?
छोटा करो कुछ या
ओके माताजी। धन मोरा नित्यानंद वो करती हूँ। धन मोरा नित्यानंद, पति मोरा गौरचंद्र। धन मोरा नित्यानंद, पति मोरा गौरचंद्र। प्राण मोरा युगल किशोर, अद्वैत आचार्य बल। गदाधर मोरा कुल, अद्वैत आचार्य बल। गदाधर मोरा कुल, नर हरि बिलसे मोरा। वैष्णवेर पद धूली, ताहे मोर स्नान केली। वैष्णवेर पद धूली, ताहे मोर स्नान केली। तर्पण मोर वैष्णवेर नाम, विचार करिया मने। भक्ति रस आस्वादने, विचार करिया मने। भक्ति रस आस्वादने, मध्यस्थ श्री भागवत पुराण। वैष्णवेर उच्छिष्ट, ताहे मोर मन निष्ठा। वैष्णवेर उच्छिष्ट, ताहे मोर मन निष्ठा। वैष्णवेर नामे ते उल्लास, वृंदावने चौतारा। ताहे मोर मन घेरा, वृंदावने चौतारा। ताहे मोर मन घेरा, कहे दीन नरोत्तम दास। धन मोरा नित्यानंद, पति मोरा गौरचंद्र। धन मोरा नित्यानंद, पति मोरा गौरचंद्र। श्री नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर की जय हो। हरे कृष्ण।
Gauraga over.
यस माताजी।
Okay. So from today, Madhya Khanda Part 2, Vrindavan Das Thakur Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chapter 8. The manifestation of opulences. So here, Nityananda Prabhu is staying in Shiva's Angan's house, Shiva's house, and the Malini Mataji, who is the wife of Shiva's, it's serving Nityananda Prabhu in the mood of Vatsalya. And then Mahaprabhu is testing the love of Shivas for Nityananda. There's a summary of this chapter. And Shiva's firm faith in Nityananda Prabhu. So Mahaprabhu bestowing mercy onto Shivas. So Nityananda performance of various childhood pastimes. All these things have been discussed. And Mahaprabhu inviting Nityananda Prabhu for lunch. So let us see. A wonderful chapter. Lord's opulences have been shown here. the manifestation of opulences. Jai Jai Shri Gaura Sundara Sarva Prana Jaya Nityananda Dvaitayara Prema Dhama. All glories to Shri Gaura Sundar, the life and soul of all. All glories to the abode of Nityananda and Advaita's love. Jaya Shri Jagadananda Shri Garbha Jivana Jaya Pundarika Vidyanidhi Pranadhana. All glories to the life of Jagadananda and Shri Garbha. All glories to the life and wealth of Shri Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Jaya Jagadisha Jai Jagdisha Gopinathera Ishvara Jaya Hauka Yata Gaura Chandra Anuchara. All glories to the Lord of Jagadish and Gopinath. May all the devotees of Lord Gaura Chandra be glorified. Henamate Navadvipe Shri Gauranga Raya Nityananda Sange Ranga Karaya Sadaya. In this way, Gauraya, Shri Gauranga Raya, enjoyed various pastimes with Nityananda Prabhu in Navadvip. This was constantly happening. Advaitaraya Sarva Vaishnava Mandala Mahanritya Gita Kore Krishna Kolahala. All the devotees accompanied Advaita in jubilant dancing and loud chanting of the names of Hari. Nityananda Rahilena Srinivasera Ghare Nirantara Balya Bhava Ananahi Spure. Nityananda continued to reside in the house of Shiva's Pandit. He was constantly in the mood of a child and did not manifest any other mood. Shri Nityananda Prabhu manifested the nature of a young child while residing in the house of Mute yourself. Who is unmuted? Mute yourself. Shri Nityananda Prabhu manifested the nature of a young child while residing in the house of Shrivas. Malini, the wife of Shrivas, fed him like her own son in the mood of Vatsalya. Therefore, in order to know Shiva's attachment for Nityananda, Sri Mahaprabhu said to him, "You should not associate much with Nityananda. His character and family background is unknown." In answer to this, Shiva said, "I know Nityananda is your own body. There is no difference between the body and the self of the Lord, and that is being proved by our service in Vatsalya Rasa. There is no difference between service to you and service to Nityananda. I am your devotee, and I know that whoever is attached to your service is also the worshipable Lord of my heart. It is not proper for you to test me in this way with contradictory statements." So this purport applies to the verse 6 to 14. So who is Nityananda Prabhu? He is expansion of Krishna himself, Balaram himself. Balaram is Adi Guru. So very clearly it has been said, Nityananda Prabhu is your own body. Why are you testing me? And Nityananda Prabhu is continuously serving you. So then, why should I have doubt? For Nityananda, why are you creating doubt? Or why are you just testing me with all contradictory statements? Apani tuliya hate bhat nahi khaya putra praya kari anna malini yogaya. He would not eat rice with his own hands. So Malini fed him like her own son. Nityananda anubhava jane prativrata. Nityananda seva kare yena putra mata. The chaste Malini knew well the glories of Nityananda. Therefore she served him as a mother serves her son. So Malini is a chaste woman and Nityananda Prabhu just was behaving in the mood of a small child. So she knew the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. That is why she fed him like a mother. Ekadina Prabhu Srinivasera Sahita Vashiya Kahena Tatha Krishnera Charita. One day the Lord was sitting and discussing the topics of Krishna with Shrivas. Panditere Parikshaye Prabhu Vishwambhara Yei Avadhute Kene Rakha Nirantara. In order to test Shrivas, Lord Vishwambhar said, why are you letting this Avadhuta stay in your home? Oh, he's a Avadhuta madman. Avadhuta means whose actions cannot be predicted. What actions he will be doing in next moment, you cannot say. So a great devotees or self-realized souls, they come to the stage of Avadhuta. And Avadhuta also means madman. So the topmost madness lies in bhakti. The topmost madness lies in bhakti. Because he's not concerned about this material world. He is just in love with Krishna. So here, to test Shrivas, Vishwambar says, oh, why are you allowing this person to stay in your house? Sri Vallabhacharya defines an Avadhuta as a person who is completely devoid of bodily urges and who appears like inert matter. According to Siddhanta Pradipa, an Avadhuta is one who is fully detached from the pride of identifying with his belly and genitals. The Shabdasara states a yogi who follows the principles of strict celibacy, who is aloof from the principles of Varna, and who is always engaged in contemplating the super soul is called an Avadhuta. The syllable A means akshara or inexhaustible. The syllable Va means varenya, respectable. The syllable Dha means free from material bondage. So, Avadhuta, the syllable Ta refers to the knower of the famous Vedic statement Tattvam Asi, Tattvamasi. You are that. Tattvamasi. Therefore, he possesses these qualities as an Avadhuta. Very nice, wonderful explanation has been given. Is what? Devotional service is inexhaustible. So this person performs devotional service. So this is avyayam, inexhaustible. Means avyayam. Va refers to varenya. Why? Is always describing the glories of Lord. Varna iti varenya. Varenya means respectable. Why is he respectable? Because he's always glorifying. Varna iti. Dhu. Dhu means he's completely free from material bondage. Dhu. There is one word, dhati, dhoti. Dhoti means dhuti. That means free. You say na, dhulai kiya hai. That means completely removed all the material bondage. So, the devotional service is imperishable. He always describes the glories of Lord. That is why he is very much respectable. He has completely washed off all the material bondage. And he knows who is that person. Tattvamasi. He knows that. He knows who is that person. So, Avadhuta. Because he knows that person, that is why he is Avyayam. Because he knows that person, he describes him. That is why he is Varanyaha. And because he knows that person, he has no material bondage. Ko na jati, ko na kula, kichui na jani, parama udaratumi balilama. I mean, hey, you don't know which caste he belongs to. Ko na jati, you have kept him in your house. Ko na jati, ko na kula, kichui na jani, you don't know all these things. Hey, you're so magnanimous, you're so udara, that you just Barilama. I mean, I cannot understand how much magnanimous you are. Apanara jati kula yadi raksha गुचाओ तबे झाट येई अवधूतेर गुछाओ. See, if you want to protect your caste and family, apanar jati kula yadi raksha chao. Means if you desire to protect your family, to protect your caste, then tabe jhata yei avadhuta guchao. First get rid of this person. He is a mad person. So here, sarcastically or to test Shri's, Vishwambar says that he is Avadhuta, he is a madman. But real meaning of Avadhuta is what? He is completely surrendered to Lord. He is always in the mood of remembering Lord only. ईशत हासिया बोले श्रीवास पंडित आमारे परीक्षा प्रभु ये नहे उचित. Srivas Pandit smiled and said, this is not proper. Yehi nahe uchita. This is not proper. For you to test me, amare pariksha prabhu, why are you testing me? Dineka ye toma bhaje, seyi mora prana, nityananda tora deha, mohate pramana. If anyone worships you for a day, he is my life and soul. Nityananda is your body and I am the witness of this fact. So even for one day, even for one day somebody worships you, O Lord, he becomes my life and soul. And I know Nityananda Prabhu is your body. And I am witness. Mute your phones, Haribol. Ramakirti Prabhu. Madira Yavani Yadi Nityananda Dhare. Jati Prana Dhana Yadi Moranash Kore. Tathapi Mohara Chitte Nahi Banyath. Satya Satya Tomare Kahiluna Yehi Katha. If Nityananda holds a pot of wine, associates with women, and spoils my caste, life and wealth, still my faith will not waver. This is a fact I am telling you. Just see the faith in one's Guru. Nityananda Prabhu is Guru Tattva. So what he says, even if Nityananda Prabhu is holding a pot of wine, associating with women, still my faith will not waver. Since people who are intoxicated by drinking wine engage in various sinful activities that are extremely abominable in the vision of cultured persons. By drinking wine, a living entity's intelligence becomes polluted and his propensity for sinful activities increase. The mundane sense enjoyers who are attracted to external form indiscriminately associate with women without considering their caste and behavior. As a result, they bring infamy to their caste and family and degrade themselves. Marriages other than Prajapatyaha, that is arranged, and Brahma, that is between the Brahmanas, such as Paishaka, that is ghostly, Rakshasa, demonic, as well as marriages other than Savarna within one's caste, such as Asavarna, intercaste, and Aprakrishtaha with an outcast, lead to one's degradation. So there are these are the different Varna Sankaras have been spoken. Ghostly marriages, Rakshasa marriages, intercaste marriages. Language can be different, but caste should not change. One should be very clear. The girl, even if it is intercaste, generally it is said is going to lead to degradation. If at all, also if it is intercaste, you take a girl from the lower caste. The girl should always go to the upper caste. But still here very clearly it has been said, Savarnaham. Follow this. You all have daughters, sons, follow. Language is not a barrier, caste. So intercaste should not be allowed. By drinking wine, a person's intelligence becomes diverted towards a path of sin. And as a result, one develops a taste for associating with women. According to social considerations, this is extremely abominable. Lord Nityananda is the dearmost object of those who are under the shelter of Vatsalya Rasa. Even if Jagadguru Avadhuta Shri Nityananda happens to engage in such abominable activities, Shiva's attachment for Nityananda would not diminish. Shivas is stating that if Shri Nityananda Prabhu spoils his caste, kills him, plunders his wealth, etc., his propensity for the service of Nityananda will not diminish in the least. The nature of love is that if, according to worldly calculations, some disgusting symptoms are found in the object of love, it does not make any difference to the lover. I am eternally attached to Nityananda Prabhu. If I ever find some temporary worldly contradictory mood in him, I will not give up the partiality of my attachment for him. Actually, Shri Nityananda Prabhu is the ideal example of a great moralist. If someone desiring to minimize Nityananda attempts to associate him with the most abominable activity of this world, according to my opinion, it should not be considered necessary for me to give up his eternally blissful service. People who are weak-hearted and sinful cannot understand these topics of Nityananda's glories, and they thus support their own sinful nature by accepting him differently. As a result, one can recognize their abominable immoralities, fanaticism, and moods that are unfavorable for understanding the absolute truth can never enter into the grave transcendental pastimes of Sriman Nityananda Prabhu. In order to distort the intelligence of sinful people, Lord Krishna performs the pastimes of a debauchee. Thus, such pastimes create great inauspiciousness for people with inferior taste. The living entity's eternal service propensity is awakened by the eternal pastimes that the Lord manifests in order to exhibit the superiority of persons who are attached to the service of the Lord and who are devoid of desires for material enjoyment. Although the brother of Krishnadas, Kaviraj Prabhu, had ordinary attachment for Sri Chaitanya Deva, he invited his ruination by failing to understand the transcendental love of Lord Nityananda. Following in his footsteps, the Baulas, Prakritya, Sahajiyas, and other Apasambradayas are busy going to hell. What a wonderful statement. Are busy going to hell. Why? They recognize Chaitanya, but they don't recognize Nityananda. They also have the tendency to attribute immoral characteristics to Nityananda Prabhu. Shri Nityananda Prabhu was never eager to perform any activity opposed to the principles of morality. One should completely give up the association of those unfortunate persons who attribute such moods on him, although their demonic philosophies, and should in all respects follow in the footsteps of persons who are surrendered to the lotus feet of Nityananda. So very clearly, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur presents the purport of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, where clear mention is there. One should surrender to the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu and should surrender to the persons who are following the lotus feet of surrendered to the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Last verse. Eteka shunila yadi Srivasera mukhe hunkara karya Prabhu uthetara buke. So when the Lord heard this from the mouth of Shivas, he got up, roared loudly, and embraced him to his chest. So seeing the faith of Shrivas onto Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy. He roared loudly and embraced Shrivas. So it is clearly said, the person has faith in Balaram, Krishna loves. Krishna's glorification can be understood only when a person takes shelter of Balaraman, who is Balaram Adi Guru. So one spiritual master should be served in a very sincere way. Then the imports of the Vedas can be understood. Yasya deve para bhakti ritha deve tatha guru tasyete katitayartam prakashante mahatmanaha. Love towards one's guru, faith towards one's guru. This is the key success to understand the most confidential aspects or most confidential truths of Lord. That is why Guru Tattva is most important. When a person understands Guru Tattva, it's very easy to understand Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Dham Tattva. Yasya deve para bhakti. The way you love Krishna, that much love one should have for one's Guru. Yasya deve para bhakti. Yatha deve tatha guru. That is why in the morning Mangalarti also we sing what? Sakshat Hari Tvena Samasta Shastre Uktas Tatha Bhavateva Satpihi Kintu Prabhorya Bheva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanar Vindam Sakshat Hari Tvena Samasta Shastre. All the Shastras very clearly say, because he is carrying Krishna, one should serve him as good as one is serving Krishna. Krishna very clearly says that I reside in the hearts of sadhus. Sadhuvo hridayam mayam sadhunam hridayam taha. So my spiritual master is carrying Krishna. That is why I should serve my spiritual master in the way that a person serves Krishna. If Krishna comes before me, then how much I will serve? That much service one should give to one's Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. If that service is given, then understand. Tasyete katitayartam prakashante mahatmana. Krishna reveals that secret, the secret knowledge. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. No questions. Okay, now announcements. Those who have not taken part in Tulasi Archana, requesting devotees to take part in Tulasi Archana, come spend time in Jagannath Devasthanam. Yesterday the whole temple was so vibrant. Udani Prabhu is by everybody, 30 devotees also came to just view the whole wonderful event. It's not just one who is offering, they came, everybody came. So if you are staying near, come. Because in Adhik Maas, if you are getting this opportunity, just come here. Take part. Take part in Tulsi Archana. Sit with your family. Hare Krishna.